Hey YouTube, it's Gunner73 making another knife video, and today we're looking at a buck knife. In particular, we are looking at the 305 Lancer. Will focus? There we go. There's all the product code info and whatnot. And as you can see, this knife was made July 13th, 2011 in the USA. Buck makes a great slip joint in my opinion. Most people overlook them. You know, they'll say they like case knives better, or Northfield, Great Eastern Cutlery, all those. But I think Buck still makes a very solid knife, and they have an excellent warranty, a forever warranty. If you have an issue with your knife, they will take care of you. You can reference my warranty video I did on this knife. And on with the knife review here. The 305 Lancer is a very tiny flip joint. It has a 1 7/8 inch blade, so just under 2 inches. It's very tiny. But it's made out of 420 HC using Buck's heat treat, which was developed by Paul Boss. So you know that for what this steel is, it will hold its edge fairly well. And you can see the tang stamp on here. It says Buck 305, which is the model number. And there's a symbol that looks like a C with a dot in it, and that's date code for 2011. And you can see these handle scales. Buck calls this saw cut Delrin, or Durlin, however you pronounce it. It's basically a thermoplastic type material that resists weather and impact and all that. And then they cut it with a saw, hence the name, and you get this nice sort of pattern on there. If I can catch that, you can see it sort of like a file almost. And you can see the Buck logo right there. It's sort of, I think it's a knife and a hammer. Is it a knife and a hammer? Yeah, it's a knife and a hammer. They've been using that logo for a really long time. Let's focus again. Come on. These bolsters are nickel silver, which is a nice material. And as you can see, the bolsters and the liners are integral, meaning that the bolsters on this side of the knife and the liner are all the same piece of nickel silver. So it's not like they have a liner and then an individual bolster. So I like that they do that. Is it better or stronger? Possibly, but I don't think you're going to be noticing it too much in this knife, simply because of its size. The other blade on here, only a two-bladed knife, is a small little coping blade, also made out of 420 HC. You can see there's some corrosion on there. I need to clean it. But this is it's a tiny little blade, maybe an inch long. Great for small detail work, for carving, whatever you need to do. And you can see with both blades here, you get the clip point, you get the coping. I mean, honestly, this knife will probably do most of your normal, mundane EDC stuff. I mean, if you have to open a letter, cut some paper, cut some string, open something up, this will probably do it. I mean, you can see it's very tiny in my hand, but it'll get the job done. You won't be the flashiest person doing whatever you have to do, but this can do some serious work. You may not think it will, but it does. So let me get some size comparisons here. We have the 305, we have a Victorinox Alox Cadet, and we have a Buck 301 Stockman. So you can see it's very tiny. I have a lot of size comparisons today. We also have the Kershaw Skyline and the Kershaw Junkyard Dog 2. See, the knife is very small. Some Spydercos, the Paramilitary 2, and the Military. It's kind of funny, this thing is probably shorter than the Military's blade. Yeah, it's very tiny. You can see that. It wants to slide off. Oh, thank you, little knife. And the final knife I have here to show with it is this new, to me, Boker Excalibur 2. Very nice little knife. And you can see it's very tiny. I've been carrying these two together when I go on campus, and it's a good combination in my opinion. Overall, I'd say this is a great EDC. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's very, very, very discreet. You can keep this in your pocket and you will forget it's there. If you need to cut something, you'll have a knife that's large enough to do that task and not scare anyone next to you. Like, I mean, realistically, you're not going to be busting out your military, to cut a string. I guess you could, but if you're in a public place, you are probably going to scare some people out of their minds. Seeing a huge, flashy, shiny knife that's come out of nowhere to cut a string, and then it goes right back. With this, it'll remind people like, oh yeah, my grandpa carried one of those. Grandpa wasn't the murderer, so he must not be either. People are really strange like that. I have no idea why. It's still a knife, it can still cut you, but it's not as scary. So that's the review. I recommend this knife to anyone looking for a small EDC, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I have a few coming up, do unboxing maybe, so stick around for that. See you.